Well, howdy, hey, welcome back to Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector, and this is Gold Rush 23. This is day 2. Oh my goodness, I watched the end of my video. I was so tired last night. I'm kind of embarrassed, but I told you before, my videos are real. It's what it was. I was so tired, and I basically fell asleep like 5 minutes after I ate. A 2 to 3 hour trip that was planned turned into 7 to 8 hours, and although I didn't get a lot accomplished, you don't know until you search. I said it yesterday. I could have happened upon a holy cow spot, and I'd be all super excited and happy. But it didn't happen. But that doesn't mean you don't keep checking. So anyway. Here is day 2. I got the concentrates. And I got my dream mat set up. Exactly as I had it before. Now what the deal is, somebody made a comment before that told me my dream mat, the flow wasn't fast enough. And so the only way I can increase that, because the pump is the pump, and I'm not buying a new one, well, now, he suggested increasing the pitch. That did do well. It really did. Last week you saw it caught, I think it was like 8 to 10 flakes that the sawtooth missed. But then he left a comment saying, now put it all back and do it again the opposite. And I'm like, no, I don't put my gold back in the dirt. So that's what yesterday was about, getting something to do it his way. So I told you, if you leave a comment and you got a suggestion, and if I think I can do it, and I want to do it, which I do because I'm learning the dream mat, and this all helps me too. So this time we're going to run it through the dream mat, then run it again. I'll replace the mat with the sawtooth. And depending on how much cons I have, depends whether or not I use the gold wheel. But in truth, I should be able to just pan it out. So I have everything ready, and I am not going to pre-screen this time with my kitchen type strainer device. I am just going to run it as I panned it. So we're ready to go. Let's find a nug. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, we're up and running. First scoop. Oh, geez, this stuff's dense. Look at that. Let's see. I don't know how I should feed this. I'm gonna take my time. Well, the sawtooth is definitely dancing. Oh, I can see him dancing in there. I figure if I can see him dancing without my readers on, that's good news. As you can see, it's not all black sand, but there is black sand in it, so should be nice if a nug would show up right now. So it appears that the water flow is good. My worries are always like gold competing for space, and I see the rocks dancing in there, the bigger pebbles, but that's why I'm doing this. It's hard for me sometimes because I got to understand it, and everybody swears by the dream mat. I got a buddy, Rick, he just swears by it for everything. And I gotta admit, I'm impressed. Last week impressed me. That was impressive. When you catch gold smaller, well, not just microdots, but microdots that the sawtooth missed. And that impressed me. So this is going to be a good test just for me gaining the trust in the Dream Mat. I still love my Mighty Queen wash plant, and it is my workhorse, but this is my stream and river, whatever, sluice that I can backpack in and I can run it, but I want to have confidence. And I haven't quite got it yet, but it's almost there, because last week again proved it. Today we'll definitely see. Let's see if we got anything. It's dancing, but I ain't gonna see squat in this. And as I said before, my only criticism about Dream Mat is, why'd you put this stupid mixed colors? Why not just do solid blue? All right, let me get this bucket done and we'll see. Back in a bit. Okay, so just as I was getting ready, as I set you down, I was getting ready to feed another scoop. This had a chance to clean itself out of the little bit I did put in it, and I have gold. Look at that, right there. But again, that's a sawtooth. That don't count. Oh, got another one right there. Oh, another one right there. So we didn't get skunked, which I already knew because I saw a flake yesterday. So, all right, let me say it again. Let me get this in there, and we'll see if it, well, what it does. Back in a bit. Okay, I got it all run. Well, in there, and I just finished. The one thing I do notice is, again, I question, okay, you Dream Mat users, do rocks like this interfere with catching small gold? It's still kind of cleaning itself out. That gold is still there, right there. Oh, there's a piece there. There's a piece there. Hard for you guys to see because that water's moving so fast. But alright, so now what I'm going to do, I thought about shutting it off like immediately, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to give it about a minute, and then I'll shut the water off and we'll see what we get. In fact, you know what? I'm going to wait until all the lights are off of this. You can really start seeing gold now, because this sawtooth definitely cleans itself out really well. So, but that gold hasn't moved. So, alrighty. Let's give it a little bit more, and as you guys say, it better clean itself out. And we'll see. Then we're going to switch the mats up, put the sawtooth in there. Did the Dream Mat get everything, if there's anything? Back in a bit. Laddie, alright. Well, I got it cleaned out, and I got the sawtooth in there. One thing I'm thinking, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set it up there to get warm a little bit. It was in my shed. And I had it rolled up. Maybe I need to find a different way of storing it, maybe hanging it or something, because that's what those humps are, is because I'm not gluing it in. It's basically staying to that form, and it does feel cool to the touch. So I'll leave it up there. But anyway, I wanted to show you this. This is the cons. I got ready to run for the sawtooth. Here's the cons left over from the Dream Mat. Not a whole lot. Admittedly, I did not let it run for very long afterwards. I'm just sticking to the science. Running just water over a sluice is not good. I'm going to try to find a balance. Maybe if somebody can just absolutely prove it to me, I'll believe it, but I'm going to go with the science. Better safe than sorry. So that went really quick though, really quick. So now I am going to first use my kitchen type strainer device to get the rocks out of this. Then I'm going to run the other stuff through the sawtooth. Then I'm going to run the tailings from both on my gold wheel. I think that's covering all the bases. Besides, I'm just having a fun day. It's relatively cool. Not a whole lot of smoke in the air. I slept like a rock last night. Again, I apologize for the ending of that last video I watched, and I'm like, I should delete that. And I'm like, nah, I'm just going to be real. I was so tired. So, anyway, let's get to it. Keep having fun. Gold Rush 23. Howdy! So, while I'm waiting for the heat to warm up that mat, I went ahead and I will say I had a bunch of lights still in there, and that could be something to think about because you know, let it run and clean itself out. That could be why I have so many lights. I'm not giving it enough time to kind of work itself out. But again, safer than sorry. That only took me 30 seconds to get the lights off. And now I'm down to this, just black sand. And that's a lot of black sand. But the cool thing is look at there. I already got gold there. Got gold there. Got gold there. Got gold there. And I got, well, maybe there. I don't know. That could be pyrite. But that's a good example. I've been shaking the dickens out of this. That's a good example just how dense this iron sand is. But that's borderline nug right there. So let me play with this for a little bit. And again, that just lets that mat warm up so it'll settle down. I don't want that in it. But that's cool. I mean, again, I'm not going to just waste this. This is going to go through the gold wheel. So even if I screw up, you know, we'll recover it. Other than that, I just wanted to show you that. And let's see what we got. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Sorry to keep doing this to you, but I just want to show you something that I'm impressed with the Dream Mat. Panning black sands is tedious. You have to be very patient and slow. Pull it down almost like a Miller table kind of thing. But you got to watch that window and make sure no gold comes down. And I just want to show you that this gold here on the corner, which when I see the gold start to show up already, doesn't mean I have to stop, but in this case I am. But let me show you how small this gold is. If you can see it. I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 absolute tiny. I mean, I would not even see those without my reading glasses on. So, that's impressive. That is impressive. I didn't think the Dream Mat could do that small gold. I'll admit I didn't. So, let's get this down and then I'll bring you back in. Gold Rush 23. I'm sorry to keep doing this to you, I swear, but I'm actually, I did not expect much out of those gravels. I'm being honest. I knew, and I only, you know, of course it was a top layer, you know, that's an indicator, it doesn't tell, but it just, wasn't the gravels and the packed rocks that I was used to and everything. But I'm on a different section of that bar, and I told you guys that I haven't been back to that kind of area in over a year. So, but I'm sitting there slowly pulling this down, and I know I keep talking about, and you know, if you go to Philip at T-Rep, he processed his stuff, and he admittedly said, "Oh my goodness, you know, that the sand is so heavy." I just watched a video with, you guys should check out, Uncle Jimmy's out west. He went with his nephew up. Those were actually his holes, the ones that were filled in properly. So good for you, Jimmy. Check out his channel too. But the only thing is, he left us hanging. But he's using a gold cube, cheater. But anyway, let me show you this. So this is when it gets really exciting. There are so many micro dots, but that one there is right just about the nug size. But as I'm pulling this down very slowly, there's a nice garnet. Even though that gold right there showed up, you just have to keep an eye. And so I thought about setting the camera up and showing you guys, but you guys know how to pan. And you guys know what a absolute nightmare black sand is if you're in a hurry. But if you're being patient, there's a lot of garnets. Make sure I don't have a nug on there. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm just having fun. I really am. I did not expect for 2 buckets this much gold. I mean, I know it's not much, and I don't even know what I have. I can't get it to sink through the sand. So that I'm pleasantly surprised. It's not going to add up to much, but if it's better than I was thinking, I mean, we'll know here in a little bit. I might have accidentally found some easy dirt to dig that you can get even though they're tiny. I mean, that gold is tiny, except for that nug. So it's going to take a lot of patience. Let me get back to it. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Well, howdy, hey. Alright, I finally got it done. But I am really surprised by 2 things. One, that I got this much gold out of 2 buckets. I really didn't think I was going to get anything but maybe a few specks. I was very, I don't say nervous because it's not a career, but I am pleasantly surprised. Let's just say that. So, but the other part is, I'm so surprised that the Dream Mat caught these tiny little flakes. But we're going to check with the Sawtooth next, but let me show you. So, that's awesome. It's not going to weigh up to anything, but I only had 2 buckets, and they were only 3/4 full. And so now I got to run it again through the Sawtooth, go through the same tedious process that I just went through, but it's worth it when you got a nug, and there are a couple nugs in there. Then I'm going to set up my gold wheel, and we're going to check them both. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Okay, we're ready for round 2. Did the Dream Mat get everything? Probably not. No system catches 100%. But how much did it lose? Let's find out. First scoop. Now this, I am going to feed slower. We want every micro nug. Really dance around well. Uh-oh, maybe? I don't have my reading glasses lens on, but I think there's a micro dot right there. Let's find out, and we're going to keep feeding it. This is going to take, probably about 3 times as long as a Dream Mat. But I don't care. I'm so excited, well, happy that I even found that much gold at the bar. It was a pleasant surprise. So, and even the bonus was the Dream Mat caught those micro dots, but how many? Let's find out. Gold Rush 23. So it's running nice and smooth. Right now I don't see any obvious nugs. I thought I did at once, but it's not there anymore, so obviously it wasn't. I'm just feeding it little by little, giving it a few seconds between each. But they're dancing around. So what I'm actually doing here, and I'm not an expert with the sawtooth either, is you see those lights in there, if you can see them. I'm letting those get almost dark, and then I'll put another scoop in. Well, I spoke too soon. Right there. Yeah, we got gold, but that is tiny. That's a tiny one, so I can't blame the Dream Mat for that one. That's just tiny. But I don't see any others. It's kind of cool watching this clean the lights out, and then it just starts turning dark. It'd be better if I found some gold. Alright, let me keep at it. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, alright, well I got that one done. So we're going to let her clean itself out a little bit. You can still see little lights in there. I have this actually purposely turned down to where I could just see stuff dancing and everything. But the good news is, well, for the Dream Mat, I'm not sure if I see it. I possibly have a flake of gold there, but we got to run. I'm going to give it a minute or so to clean itself out, and then we'll see what we got. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, alright, I got that sawtooth cleaned out. Got my gold wheel set up. Dump the bucket into the super sluice here. I'm still trying to figure out, I got to get the gravels out of this for the gold wheel. I got to figure that one out, to whether I'm going to do it in a bucket or, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But here's what the sawtooth got. So before I do anything, let's pan that back, see if there's anything in there. Did the Dream Mat do it, or does sawtooth save its ass? Let's find out. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Righty, okay, I just finished panning back the clean out from the sawtooth. This is unbelievable, but let me show you. Is it even showing up? That's it. That is poop from the fly that lands on flies. That is so small. And that means this is a total change. I'm not even going to run the gold wheel. I'm not going to do it. There was, that Dream Mat caught 99.9%. Unless my sawtooth let stuff go, and I don't believe that. It was almost all black sands that I had to pan back, and it took a little bit. That is unbelievable. So the winner, and probably I'm gonna have to do some thinking. Did the Dream Mat just obsolete my gold wheel? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if I had a lot of cons that I bring back, I can run it through there and then run it again through the gold wheel. But for right now, that quarter of a bucket to have, and I'm telling you right now. Oh, there is actually two. Oh no, right there and right there, and they are micro. Rick Stash, you're right. That Dream Mat did amazing. Also, well, I forgot who left the comment. Darn it. You know, the suggestion of increasing the flow so that you end up with less tailings. Great suggestion. I'm starting to understand that. Here's the downside of Dream Mat. You need water flow. You've got to have water flow. Way more than my other sluices. So if you got a way to get good water flow through that Dream Mat works amazing. Trust me, my Mighty Keen's not going into any kind of retirement, but it was a fun experiment. So I'm actually I will snuffer those up. I will do a snuffer dump and see what our total for 2 buckets, 7.5 hour day, mostly prospecting, gets. Be right back. Gold Rush 23. Well, howdy hey. I'm all done. Like I said, I am not going to even run that. I'm going to save it, because I always do. I can't get rid of it. Sorry. But that Dream Mat caught 99% of everything. So I went ahead and super cleaned everything to make sure we get a good look at it. And let me show you what this weekend brought me. So that's incredible for 2 buckets. Very small gold though. Very small. In fact, if I'm I can call one of those flakes Pacific Northwest Gold Rush or Nug. And it's just borderline. So the bar is paying true. I said before that you go to one section and you get larger flakes but fewer of them. And then you go to the other side where I was, you get more flakes but they're smaller. Finding that balance is very tough, but I am just so impressed with that Dream Mat. And I got that much gold just for 2 buckets after spending 7 hours digging holes and only finding micro dots. So I wasn't too optimistic about what I was bringing home, but oh my goodness, that Dream Mat just overperformed what I was expecting. And then only had 2 micro dots in Sawtooth, which is designed for the small gold. That's my reasoning for not even running that through the gold wheel. So good weekend, good test. Thanks for the suggestion. Anybody else have suggestions, tell me. Say, hey, you know, try this or do this, or have you thought about that, or you're a dumbass, anything like that. Let me know. So that being said, this weekend's done. I got to actually do a little bit of chores. I gained a few more subscribers. They're slowing down, but it seems like everybody's kind of slowing down a little bit. So hit that subscribe button. It's free, but hit that subscribe button. Support each other. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. It all helps my channel. Share it with other people that are looking for knuckleheads like me to watch. And definitely, if you leave me a comment, I will go to your channel. And if you do videos, I promise you, I will subscribe. But until then, you guys, I hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for watching. We got another week coming up. we can all get through it, because we know next weekend we all get to get out there and find some nugs. Thanks for watching Gold Rush 23. Have a great week.